Hello, hello. I want a cappuccino, please. Oh, dear. Scotty, Vanessa, Stuart, and me and John. Oh, dear. I know, we're having a cup of tea, Vanessa.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, but that's not working either.
I know. Ooh, look.
Oh, it's working. It's working.
There's a bit of a delay. Oh, look, you've got
sound. I've got sound on mine. No.
Evening, Vanessa, Amy, Amelia, Scotty.
Amelia.
Hello.
How is everybody tonight on this beautiful night?
I hope you are all well.
Yeah, we have got a good topic to talk about, though.
We have. We thought we'd try something different.
Yeah.
Hey, War Dog.
Hey, War Dog, my lovely. Hope you're well, Mummy and Daddy.
Bim Bag Mark from PX.
Louise, Bim Bag, how are you all doing? Yes, we have. We've got. I forgot even what we're talking about.
Well, I don't know.
Hello.
I was just looking at things the other day, what we could basically talk about, what we could do. And you guys might want to change it and do something else. But I want to do some strange and unusual deaths.
Yeah, strange and unusual deaths. Jolie, hello. Doing the deathy scene.
Doing a bit of death. In these current times.
Yeah. But no, strange and wonderful. I was just revisiting all my favourite team. Starkid Plays. His head's better. I wouldn't say feeling much. It's not as strong as look at how wonky my glasses look.
Look at my hair. Do you know I can't even get my hair cut?
We're taking shears to John's hair
having my head shaved tomorrow.
Oh, bless Amelia, my lovely. No, these aren't going to be. These aren't going to be. We've seen a couple that are recent, but
well, I saw one that were recent, but it was like 2013, so I didn't think it would be very.
No, it was a funny incident.
It was a funny incident. A guy was in bed and a cow fell through the roof.
Yeah,
and landed on him on bed and killed him.
Strange thing, but
it was 2013,
we're going to go way back. It helps pass the time. It does. Sounds cool and interesting, yeah. Scotty, you're going to have to get your magic fingers working and see what strange and unusual deaths you can find.
I've got some for tonight.
Oh, have you got some for tonight? Well, they can have a look because they might all find some. Am I a bad person to laugh? No, because I did laugh. Hello, Karen from the USA, my lovely. Sending you loads of hugs and love across the waters. How does a cow fall through the roof? I don't know, Leah, but it did.
We have no idea.
But that's why we're not. It's horrible that these people have lost their life. It is, but the strange and weird. Is it strange and weird?
Unusual.
Strange and unusual way
we were going
to,
but then when we put up
flying from a tornado, mate, could have been Vanessa. Exactly.
We put up if people want to do Spirit Box or a chat, and everyone put chat.
Yeah, so we thought weird and wonderful. I
will do a Spirit Box session, or we will do a Spirit Box session for you guys tomorrow.
But with the Spirit Box session, hello Matthew, hope you're well.
Might just be on YouTube.
Send hello to Karen and Karen McLean, and I think I've got Rebecca. Okay, cool. Reason why John's going to do the Spirit Box on his own and with me not there is because I talk. So John will start off with the Spirit Box tomorrow, and I'll come in on chat afterwards. Otherwise, I talk up top at Spirit Box, so we don't hear out anyway.
We'll get a couple of minutes.
Hello. Yes, well, this is going to have us in. Well, I think it will have us laughing in a strange, weird way.
If anybody wants to Google the first one,
yeah,
it's up to you. You can Google. I'll give you his name, and you can Google him. Franz, Franz Reichelt, which is spelled Reichelt.
Angela and Paula, Joe.
That's what we're going to be discussing first.
Joe, all the way from Ontario, Canada. Sending you lots of love and hugs across the waters too, Joe, my lovely. The Strange Weird Deaths is this. It is, Vanessa. It
Just
is.
want to do something a bit different, and we couldn't think we didn't get off tarot readings till 5:30. So
No, so
we're a
yeah.
bit rushed.
Well, it's not rushed. We were going to do it, but we've not had a chance to.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
Look up much history, my lovely. This is my first time seeing you live.
I wanted to write it all
Bless
out.
Karen, welcome to our ETA family.
I haven't heard of the Darwin Awards, but I will have a look at them later.
Shelley from Oklahoma. Hello, my lovely lady. Sending love to you as well. Strange but true, Diana. Yes. Welcome to all those that are new to watching us. I'm sure you'll get used to our little madness, as we can call it.
Yeah, and I'll look different tomorrow because I'm having my head shaved.
Yeah, and I have just before live ends, I'm gonna do something special to John, and he's going to play a game with me. But we're going to do that more near the middle, I think, because that'll be okay. It's the gold. It's the evening, Noel. Hope you're well, my lovely. Sending love to you, my lovely, and across the waters. And Bill, loads of love to you. We cray. I'm sat in my room with blackout curtains and lights off. My friend fell off her chair in the kitchen trying to answer her mum, and she fell. That's awful, that Amelia. That's not one that we'd call a strange. It's strange how it's happened, but obviously. Well,
this guy, it's not exactly.
That one's, yeah. But I'm so sorry about your friend, my lovely. When it comments going down. This computer doesn't do comments properly. Love the energy, Karen. Oh, bless. Thank you. Matthew, Spirit Box. Can you communicate with ghosts? There's
no evidence to say it does or doesn't. We like to believe it does.
Yeah, but things have come through that have been very relevant.
That have been relevant to the questions
that have been asked.
Yeah.
Everybody, Matthew, to be honest, it's each and everybody to the own opinions, really. It's just being respectful to other people's, and that's just how we roll. I can't think of any. No, you'll see what we mean by strange deaths. I'm normal. It's the rest of the world that's crazy. Jolie, hello. Angela, hello. Matthew, I've said hello. Right, so go on then, John.
Well, then we'll start with the first one. It's Franz Reichelt. He had so much confidence in his homemade parachute that he used it to jump off the Eiffel Tower. They say pride cometh before the fall, but in a few circumstances can the quote be applied so literally, as it can be the case of Franz Reichelt. Franz Reichelt was an Australian-born tailor living in France during the turn of the century, who had dreams beyond his profession. In the 1890s and 1900s, the age of aviation was dawning, with hot air balloons and airships becoming more and more popular.
I didn't drink my tea.
And earlier heavy aircrafts being developed. Look, I've lost my place now. Reichelt was entranced by his new technology and wanted to put his mark on the age of innovation. By the early 1910s, people were beginning to focus on the safety of air travel and were beginning to look for a parachute that pilots and passengers could use to bail out of planes. The functional fixed canopy parachutes already existed, and a parachute had already been invented that worked for high altitudes. No parachutes existed for people leaping from planes or at low altitude.
We'll have to show a picture.
In 1911, Colonel Lalande of the Aero Club de France offered a prize of 10,000 francs to anyone who could create a safety parachute for aviators that did not exceed 25 kilograms in weight. Spurred on by this prize, as well as his own creative inclination, Reichelt began to develop such a parachute. And that was what he developed. Right? Using his expertise as a tailor, Reichelt created the prototypes with foldable silk wings that successfully slowed down dummies so they could land softly. However, these prototypes were far above the weight and size that could be used on an aeroplane. While all his attempts to scale down the prototypes were unsuccessful, Reichelt was undeterred. He created what he called a parachute suit, a standard flight suit adorned with a few rods, a silk canopy, and rubber lining. Despite unsuccessful early tests that left him with a broken leg, Reichelt believed it was only the short heights he had tested it that prevented the chute from working. To these ends, Reichelt began to lobby the Parisian police department to allow him to test his parachute from the first stage of the Eiffel Tower. After over a year of being denied, Reichelt was finally permitted to test his parachute on the tower on the February the 4th, 1912. The police believed that Reichelt would use test dummies to display the effectiveness of his invention, and the tailor did not reveal that he himself was planning to jump until he arrived to the tower at 7 a.m. on the 4th of February. And that is him on his way to the tower on the 4th of, oh look, I've gone back on that, on the 4th of February. See if I can get it. That's him. What a good looking lad. Many of Reichelt's friends, as well as a security guard working there, tried to persuade him not to make the jump himself. When asked if he would use any safety measures on this experiment, he said, "I want to try the experiment myself without trickery, as I intend to prove the worth of my invention." When a witness tried to explain to Reichelt that the parachute would not open at the short height he was jumping from, he merely replied, "You are going to see how my 72 kilos of my parachute will give your arguments the most decisive of denials." At 8:22 a.m., Reichelt gave one last cheery "Abuento," I don't know, "see you soon," to the crowd before jumping off the tower. As he jumped, his parachute folded around him and he plummeted 187 feet to the cold ground below, where he died on impact. His right leg and arm were crushed, his skull and spine were broken, he was bleeding from his mouth, nose and ears. The French press at the time noted that when onlookers saw his bodies, their eyes were wide open, dilated with terror.
I bet they were.
This death was captured by press in both pictures and film, making a worldwide media sensation out of the then inventor. Though he may not have accomplished his goal of creating a functional safety parachute, Franz Reichelt lives on as an odd media phenomenon. Oh, you say it, where a failed inventor died attempting to display his creation.
Is that
that's
what
yeah
left?
But let me, if I go back onto this one, oops, that is an actual picture taken from under the arch of him as he plummeted towards the ground.
Wow.
And that is the most unusual death of Franz Reichelt.
What hit the ground first, man or shoot? I think it'd have been man. I think because I think shoot would have either. In fact, it doesn't even look like shoot's even open. To be fair,
it went round him.
Oh, went round his waist.
It went wrong way and opened up over him, so he was like inside the chute.
Oh my God! Wow.
Hold on, that's the second one.
That was that second one.
Yeah.
The chute is wrapped around him. I know. Oh my goodness. I've died 4 times. You have, Claire. You have died 4 times. It's almost as though he might have known this would happen because his creation wasn't going to be 100% safe. Oh dear. They don't want me. Not me. They send me back.
Other ones, well, this one's a bit shorter. It's not as long.
What's this one about then?
This one, unless you want to discuss that one. This one is about Elias, the Orthodox heretic.
All right.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
During his lifetime, Elias was a religious figure with beliefs so controversial that he was formally denounced as a heretic by the Orthodox Church. His legacy would, unfortunately, be marred by one of the unusual deaths of the ancient world had ever seen. Arius's last moments came in 336 AD when he was struck by a sudden bowel cramps during a procession. Before he made it to the bathroom, Elias vacated his bowels A great deal of blood, small intestines, portions of his liver and spleen, and eventually his life. At the time, some believed Elias was smitten for his heresy, but modern historians believe he was more than likely poisoned by his enemies.
That's a weird one. Have all his intestines and stuff coming out. Some of these are very. I mean, that's a weird one. But if they, I mean, back in them days, didn't they know about poison?
I don't know. In 336.
Please remember to thumbs up. Thank you, Irish, my lovely. So yeah, that's a weird. It is a weird one. I prefer not the weird. I prefer the like unusual ones. Me.
Well, this one is definitely unusual. Has anybody ever heard of the Dyatlov Pass incident?
Dyatlov.
Dyatlov Pass incident about the college students.
The mystery behind what happened to the 9 college students in the remote Ural Mountains is one of the most unusual deaths of the 20th century. On January 31st, 1959, or you can read that.
Igor Alexeyevich Dyatlov led 8 of his classmates from Ural State Technical University on a hiking trek. They traveled up the Torton Mountain, located in the Soviet Union's northern Urals. All 9 of the students were experienced skiers, hikers. Nevertheless, they would never be seen alive again. Their bodies were eventually recovered along with their cameras and diaries. Investigators have used these tools to piece together the bizarre and puzzling case. On the first day of February, the team began to make their way through the pass that led to the Otorton Mountains. The weather took a turn. A snowstorm blew them off course and pushed them west onto the slope of a nearby mountain. Its name is Kolot Sayak High. I have no idea. Which supposedly means Mountain of the Dead. For unknown reasons, the group set up camp there that night. Dyatlov previously stated that the group was expected to return on February the 12th, but that it might take a little bit longer. Once February the 20th rolled around, their absence caused alarm. Search and rescue teams then found the first group of corpses on February the 26th. The scene rescue teams encountered nothing like anyone could have expected. The students' tent was cut open from the inside, where most of the group's belongings still remained. Search and rescue followed tracks which led to a nearby woods and found Yuri Krivonishenko and Yuri Doroshenko dead in the snow. In spite of the frigid -13 to -22 degree Fahrenheit temperatures, the men wore no shoes or clothing, only underwear. Next, they found the lifeless body of Dyatlov Zinaida Kolmogorova and Rustem Slobodin. Slobodin had suffered a fractured skull, but doctors cited hypothermia as the cause of death for that group of students. 2 months later, the remaining students were discovered under a foot of snow in a ravine, and their deaths were more traumatic and mysterious. Nikolai Theobex Brignoles had a fractured skull. Alexander Kolovatov had extensive injuries. Both Semyon Zolotarev and Leon
These
Miller
names are just laughable.
Dubinina suffered chest fractures caused by a great and unknown force. Dubinina's body had extra torture inflicted upon it. Her tongue was missing, along with her eyes, part of her lips, and some facial tissue. Even weirder, the last 4 were found wearing pieces of the first 5's clothing. One's footwear had a piece. Dubinina's foot had a piece of Krivonshenko's wool pants wrapped around it. Zolotaryov was wearing Dubinina's coat and hat. Furthermore, the clothes they were wearing tested positive for radioactivity. Because of the mysterious circumstances of the Dyatlov Pass incident, as it later became known, theories are abundant that range from indigenous tribe attacks to an avalanche to getting mauled by Yetis and finally to Soviet weapon testing. If the group died in an avalanche, it would explain the blunt force trauma. It explains the tent being ripped open from the inside during the escape, and it explains the missing clothes. Victims of extreme hypothermia often feel hot and disrobed due to the phenomenon called paradoxical undressing. At the time of the hitchhiker's disappearance, another group of people 30 miles away reported seeing strange orbs floating in the sky. Lev Ivanov, the chief investigator of Dyatlov's Pass incidents, thinks that the orbs played part in their deaths. I suspected at the time, and I'm almost sure now, that these bright flying spheres had direct connection to the group's death. Ivanov said in an interview with a local newspaper. The students' deaths were ultimately attributed to a compelling natural force.
Now, that is strange because I don't know whether that's the same one, if anybody's ever read up on these weird happenings, but that one sounds like something that I read, that they knew not to stay on that part of mountain, but because of how late it got, they didn't know how they got on that path, apparently, and because they were experienced, they were miles away from where they should have been. I've seen a
program about this one before.
They were miles away from where they should have been, and like John said, it were known as Death Mountain.
But they put it down. It could be Yetis, aliens, all sorts that could have killed them.
What are your thoughts on that?
Has anybody ever heard of that case before?
On aliens or Yetis coming close? No, but coming close to human casualties. My eyes twitching.
You have that effect on me.
What?
You make me eye twitch.
Oh dear. Yeah, there was a program. I thought there were a program about it, Rebecca. But yeah, I mean that's very strange. But there's also that other strange one where you know, when you don't want to look at photos, but then you do look at photos. There were one on, and it was about a man somewhere. I forgot where it was now. But how they found his body and how it was all, I'm going to say manipulated, but it's not, is it? What's the word when it's all not manipulated? Mutilated.
There was no bomb blast recorded while they were there for a member, so how did the radiation get there? Well, that's it.
Yeah, but honestly, so do you know these are the stories that intrigue me more, because the mutilated Scotty boy for me, bless you. But these are stories that interest me because obviously that wasn't a natural thing to happen on that mountain.
No.
Has there been any case? Can we find out whether any cases have been or anything's been reported on that mountain since? Can you have a look? Or let Scott's look and just see if there's anything that's been reported on that mountain since. Have any of you ever heard of any of these weird deaths or strange things appertaining? Cheers, Scots. Or one you want to question about before we move on to next stories?
We don't have to do this all night. We can just
we're only going to do a bit, and then we're going to do chit-chatting. I was Roman Catholic at the time. They said I was the Antichrist.
I think you still do,
Bill. Bill.
I'll be able to plait my hair, if it gets much longer.
I know. What do you think to John having a lot of missing 411 deaths? Wow. That's just on that one mountain. I wonder whether any lights have been seen or evening, Nigel. I wonder whether any lights have been seen in that area again or sightings of the Yeti or Bigfoot or whatever else is known. It's just very strange how these do. Claire, do I am like a global person, sister, but also my mouth gets me into trouble because I speak before I think. Welcome to the club, Vanessa. Welcome to the club. Yep, Scotty's put same as what Irish
true.
put. Cases when people just disappeared, no trace. But has any lights in the sky been seen by anybody, or have there been other reportings of anything being seen? John, don't shave your hair.
Vanessa, what am I going to do? It's
Vanessa.
going on like a mushroom.
His hair grows outwards and it don't go down. So if I go like that,
that's what I'm going to look like.
That's what he's going to look like.
I'm not going bald. I'm not going bald.
He used to be. When I first met him, he shaved all his hair off. But that's what he'll sort of look like with no hair. I could sing that song to him then. Hey, you over there, what's it like to have no hair?
Oh, look what you've done now.
Oh, no, I prefer it when it's more messed up. I dare you.
I dare.
Not on the mountain, Lindsay, just in general. There's loads. Wow.
So just shave it at top.
I shave my own hair.
And leave it at the side, so I've got a big bald spot on top.
No, you're not doing that at all. Lots can come off. In fact, you could go and do it in about 5 minutes.
Do it on here now.
Well, he can't do it on here because we can't turn camera around, but he can go upstairs and do it. But before he does that...
No, I can't go upstairs and do it because I have to get in the shower and everything after, because hair will be all over me.
It won't. Well, you do it in the shower, strip off and go in the shower anyway. But before he does, I want him to just play this game with me.
I haven't finished my deaths yet.
It's all right, we can come back to deaths.
I'm not doing it now.
Yeah.
They want me to do it. You want you to do it live?
I don't think I can do it live.
Not tonight. We'll do it live tomorrow.
Are you sure?
You're not squirting water all over me.
I'm not squirting water. I've got to get a drink of water. What's that got to do with anything?
I'll smack your head with my iPad if you do.
Do you know? It's all right, chuff. What do cows do? What noise does a cow make?
Moo.
What noise does a chicken make?
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
What noise does a dog make?
Woof.
What noise does a whale make?
I've no idea. Dirty bastard.
I meant to spit a bit harder than that, but I couldn't. Oh, dear. Oh, that were right funny. Dear me. Oh, dear. He said all day, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make you do something.
Oh, on my iPad and what?
And he went, I'm not taking part. Don't you do it to me on camera. Oh dear.
I'm gonna shave her hair tonight. When you come on Lindsay's bald tomorrow.
Yeah, but whales spit water, don't they? Oh dear.
No, they don't spit water. It comes out the blowhole.
Oh yeah, but that's the noise they make. Oh dear. Oh.
She has been drinking Coke.
Oh dear. I've only had a couple of glasses of Coke. You made John. I made John. Oh, I'm back. I made John nervous. So I'm laughing in a funny position. Now you can get back on with your deathly stories.
I will in a minute. Let me do this one. This is what I wanted to do.
Oh, I've just got to turn. Oh.
This one was quite, 1994, this one, but... Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Come on then.
I know, just give me a minute. I'm coming back round.
Hey, DQ Paranormal, yeah, we're all well.
Hey, DQ! Go on, I'm ready.
Unusual deaths of this nature are reminiscent of something out of the X-Files. They called Gloria Ramirez the Toxic Lady, as nearly every person who operated on her in the final moments of her life became uncontrollably ill.
Oh, I best not drink my tea.
And to this day, nobody knows why. On February the 19th, 1994, Ramirez's family rushed her to hospital. Doctors discovered that her heartbeat was way too fast, her blood pressure had also dropped dangerously low, and she was unable to answer questions coherently. Gloria Ramirez was only 31 years old, but doctors had expected her. She had cervical cancer, and though these weren't the usual symptoms, they were willing to attribute whatever illnesses she came down with to her disease. So doctors focused on simply keeping her alive. Defibrillation of her heart was the next step. Doctors removed her shirt and discovered that her skin was covered in an oily sheen. A strange, fruity, garlicky smell emitted from her mouth. One of the nurses in the room complained of a burning sensation on her face, then fainted. Another developed breathing problems and apnea. Soon after, yet another nurse passed out. When she came to, she couldn't move her arms or legs. All in all, 23 out of the 37 staff members caring for Ramirez experienced at least one symptom. The hospital was ordered to evacuate, but a few doctors remained behind to try and save Ramirez. They didn't succeed. Ramirez died at 8:50 p.m. that night, and her body was placed in isolation. 3 autopsies were performed on Gloria Ramirez, but not a single one could explain what had happened. The first report, released by the California Department of Health and Human Services, wrote, the emergency room workers' symptoms are a case of mass hysteria triggered by the smell. Everything that happened, they said, was nothing more than a psychosomatic symptoms of stress. The second autopsy blamed the smell on an anti-nausea medication found in Ramirez's system. She also had larger than normal accounts of dimethylsulfone, a naturally occurring compound still in her body weeks after her death. But one of the hospital's staffers refused to accept that what she had gone through was nothing more than hysteria. They urged the coroner's office to take another look. That was when coroners discovered that Ramirez had likely used DMSO, or dimethyl sulfoxide cream, for her cancer pain. The cream was used as a pain treatment back in the 60s and 70s. It fell out of favor due to its negative side effects. As it turns out, when DMSO is exposed to oxygen, like from a hospital oxygen mask, it converts to dimethyl sulfate. This can have an extremely negative effects like convulsions and delirium, similar to the symptoms of the hospital workers. The DMSO theory would explain everything except that Ramirez's family denies she used the cream. To this day, nobody knows for sure what happened. Ramirez's death and the hospital workers' strange symptoms remain a mystery.
Wow. I can't comment because I hadn't really heard it. I was too busy laughing in my head. So they'll have heard. Lindsay.
I don't think anybody heard it. That's my favourite story.
Why were it?
Because it was weird. See, she's got to read it.
Mass hysteria.
She went into hospital.
Yeah.
And 23 of the 37 doctors and nurses that operated or were there to care for her suffered all different symptoms, ranging from passing out and waking up, couldn't move their arms and legs, burning sensation in her face, then fainted. Another developed breathing problems.
All while they were working on her.
Yeah. And the hospital was ordered to evacuate.
And she wasn't human. She wasn't human. She can't have been human. Or they shouldn't have been doing things they were, and they were like doing weird tests on her. Dutch oven, I saw that Dutch oven. Last night I was watching these short video clips, and Dutch oven was on there. There were a young lad.
Did you say Mary Reeser?
And his missus, and he pulled covers over her head and he got her. Mary Reeser.
Is that who? I think that's who Claire Bear put.
Claire Bear, did you put Mary Reeser? It is strange, Scots. It is. I'm going to risk having a drink of my tea now. I've stopped laughing. I did. John's found that story, so it'll start with that one.
That was on.
That already up on.
Next one,
yeah. Go on then. We'll still saying Dutch oven. Don't say it while I'm drinking my tea. I'm not looking at screen. If I don't look at the screen, I'm just going to start laughing anyway. I'll have to drink my tea quick. can't spit tea at him again.
No. Are we ready?
We're ready. Next deathy story.
The charred and cremated remains of Mary Reeser found in her relatively untouched apartment makes her story one of the most unusual deaths of all time. Known as the Cinder Woman, Reeser, who was a 67-year-old widow living in St. Petersburg, Florida at the time of her death. Reeser's landlady, Pansy Carpenter, discovered her body on July the 2nd, 1951.
That's okay, Lisa.
She was attempting to deliver a telegram, but Reeser never answered the door. Carpenter found the doorknob to be hot and alerted authorities. Police entered the apartment and found the grisly scene. Reeser's body was nearly cremated. The only pieces left were parts of her spine, her skull, which had curiously shrunk, and one of her feet completely untouched, with a black slipper still on it. According to the St. Petersburg Times, it takes a body 3 to 4 hours of constant burning at 2,500 degrees to achieve the level of cremation that Reeser's body displayed. This greatly puzzled the investigators because her apartment was relatively free of damage. A stack of newspapers next to the chair Reeser died on was unscorched. Because of the inexplicable and strange circumstance of her case, it is suspected that Reeser was a victim of spontaneous combustion.
Wow.
In this phenomenon, I can't even say it, that's you. I could say it fine until you started saying that word. A person suddenly bursts into flames due to a chemical reaction within, without ignition by an external heat source. The FBI, after analysing her remains, concluded that Reeser didn't spontaneously combust. Instead, they said that a cigarette was to blame for her fiery demise. They believe that Reeser's own body fat, she weighed around 170 pounds, provided fuel for the fire, which was lit by a smouldering cigarette in her hand as she fell asleep. But Dr. Wilton M. Grogman, a professor of physical anthropology at the University of Pennsylvania, an experienced fire researcher, does not accept the FBI's conclusion. I cannot conceive of such complete cremation without more burning of the apartment, he said. Spontaneous combustion skeptics and believers have hotly debated the true case of Reeser's death for nearly 70 years. One thing they can all agree on, the scene where she was discovered is unlike any other. She maintains one of the most unusual deaths history has seen.
And all that by a cigarette. How did a cigarette only burn her? It would have burnt the rest of the apartment.
That what was?
Wow. I wonder whether when they do that, whether they've got like, I don't know, like gases in the body, and it's that's sort of like, instead of trumping it out, it like holds it in.
Oh my God!
What happens if what happens if that what is it? Spontaneous combustion is actually a trump, and it just ignites itself, and that's why it's just that gets burnt. It could be possible. What's everybody's thoughts on that? What's everybody's thoughts on spontaneous
combustion?
Yeah. Do you think it's real? Do you think, well, not that you think it's real. Do you think it's possible? Do you think that there's other elements that must come into place? Because to me, it just makes it more weird because nothing around her was scorched.
No. Just the chair.
Just the chair that she was sat in.
There were even a pile of newspapers next to her that were.
Because if it had been a cigarette that had burnt the chair, could it have just burnt her? But then that doesn't explain people. Morning, Steve. Evening, Bewitched, and everybody else coming in that I've not managed to say hello to.
Well, the thing is, you've seen like
Steve. You've got to watch this back a little bit.
You've seen programs on telly years ago about cigarettes and starting fires, and when a cigarette falls on a settee, have you seen them when they do? It
smolders, doesn't it?
Smolders, yeah. And it sets on, but the whole room sets on fire. It's just not one place.
Yeah.
If it were a cigarette, the whole house would have gone up. But
yeah,
it would have to be something really hot and quick to cremate her, and then not burn the rest of the flat.
And Bill says, next time you two You had to let it how the whole house would go up. Yeah. So much for hot looking. Exactly, Bill. Exactly. No worries, Steve.
Go back short and have a look.
Yeah, you'll have to. I did my whale joke on John. But yeah, no, it's that's it. Always worries me with that spontaneous combustion because it's not just like odd story going back. You hear people today, around world where it's happened. Yeah, it's strange. What mod, sir? Afe? What mod? I don't know, my lovely. But welcome to ETA, the family. Have two Claires just call me Cat. Oh, that's all right then, Claire. We'll call you Cat. I'll forget, and I won't. But that's an interesting one. What was the next one?
We'll do one more. No one want to chat if you want.
Okay, we'll do one more.
Because I don't know if these guys are getting bored.
Hey, exploring with Chad. Do you want one more story, or do we just leave it?
Do you want to go into a chit chat?
Hope you're well, Chad. Clarabelle. That's it. Clarabelle and Claire Bear.
Still going to get confusing.
It don't matter. We all know. Keep trumping, then don't hold it in. Hey, Nigel. Cat has my nickname since school. But yeah, no, I'm wet through. I've got water down the back of my neck from where I misjudged the squirt of the whale. One more story, Vanessa says.
Do you want to do
the barrel?
The barrel diver?
Yeah.
Or
that's
only a short one, barrel diver.
Yeah. Or excuse me, I can't stop yawning. Yeah, I'm brilliant. We're good. We're good. Chomping a bit to get out, but
Hans Steininger.
We're all stuck in the same boat, aren't we, Chad?
We've got barrel guy. What are you dubious about?
Sorry, guys, I'm dubious. Dubious about what, Vanessa? Oh, dear. Dubious about what, my lovely? Oh. Okay, Billy Willie. Oh, for Reverend Bill.
Billy Willie.
Oh, dear, we're all having names. Chad, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages.
You're dubious about the stories?
But they're true. These are true stories. They are actually true
deaths.
True deaths that have been you can read all of them. Billy Willie. You'll see how he reacts when he comes back. Go on then. What's this one?
Well, it's either Hans Steiger.
Hans Steiger or Barrel Man.
I'm not doing steam powered rocket man.
I've got books with 5,000 plus strange things. You'll have to go through them, Claire, and find some good ones out. Obviously not tonight, but when we've had more time. Evening, Carol, my lovely. Hope you're well. Carol, did you ask for a reading this afternoon? Oh, no, what's the other word to use where I'm interested? I don't mean dubious. Oh, Vanessa, I love you. Welcome to my world. Oh, dear. You're not thick, love. You're like me. Inquisitive minds. Do this one. Nobody's answering, so we'll do this one.
Claire put hands.
Oh, Claire put hands.
As far as unusual deaths for politicians go, Hans Steininger should be at the top, if not number one.
I need you to pass me my juice, please.
Don't get this on Jack and Ori, do they? He was a popular mayor of the small town of Branu am Inn,
Carol?
Austria, back in 1567. However, he is remembered for something completely different. His impressive facial hair, Unfortunately, the very thing he was most famous for would also be what killed him. His beard stretched 4.5 feet long. It hung from his chin down to his toes in a single tendril that had a forked tip most of the time. Steininger kept his beard tucked in his pocket so it didn't get in the way. Usually it worked until one autumn night when fire broke loose in his town. And that's his beard.
Have they got that in a museum?
Yeah, on display.
Wow.
Steininger quickly jumped into action amidst the chaos. During the commotion, his beard became untucked from his pocket. Steininger, though was in crisis mode, he didn't have time to tuck it back in. This proved to be a dire mistake. When Steininger was standing at the top of a flight of stairs, he tripped on his beard and snapped his neck as he tumbled down. The town was heartbroken over the beloved mayor's death, so they erected a statue to honor him. In addition, to memorialize him in stone, the town made sure that Steininger's most prominent feature got the attention it deserved. They preserved his beard and put it on display in the town's historical museum. The beard has since amused facial hair aficionados for the past 450 years.
Wow.
And that's his beard. I've just shown
that
you.
long thing, I wondered what I was looking at.
And that's the monument that they erected to him.
Now, Barrel Man.
Barrel Man.
You've got to do me Barrel Man.
It's only a short one, Barrel Man.
Chad, what do you do? What do you do again other than exploring? Vanessa's put, Chad.
Not very much for the next couple of weeks.
I know. We're long that, Vanessa. Show him Barrel Man. Is that him that went on Niagara Falls?
Bobby Leach, the barrel diver. As far as strange deaths by natural forces go, this one could probably have been avoided. Bobby Leach was a well-known Niagara Falls daredevil who had gone over the falls in a specially designed barrel several times throughout his life. While it always seemed likely that Bobby would die during one of his stunts, his life ended rather anticlimactically after he slipped on a piece of fruit while doing a promotional tour in New Zealand. His leg was so badly broken that he developed gangrene and required amputation to prevent it from spreading. Despite the procedure, however, Bobby died 2 months later.
Wow. So it weren't enough to just go off the Niagara Falls
So
that barrel.
In that barrel, he went over Niagara Falls many times, didn't kill him. Slipping on a piece of fruit.
See, that's where Rocket Man got his ideas from.
So,
wow. Yeah. No, that's just crazy. Just crazy. Oh dear. Is there any other short ones?
That's quite a lot. Well,
that's a long one.
Oh, I know, but that looks interesting.
Does it?
Yeah, we're going to do one more.
One more long one. 12. That's good that you're on full pay, my lovely. Anxiety is taking over with this virus. I know, Chad. We've set we've set like a safe zone up in our group on Facebook where people have put the names. So if anybody's feeling anxious and they want to talk to people, everybody knows me and John's around all the time. But other people have very kindly put their names forward. So those of us that are feeling a bit of anxiety or feeling lonely. I mean, you could be a person living in a house on your own, or you could be a person living with four and you can still feel lonely. So yeah, a few's put the names down for people to message and talk to.
This one, we'll do this one last. I like this one.
Don't start laughing.
That is King Alfred Frederick of Sweden.
There's a big board. Show you about the barrel man. Yes, there is. I've only seen it like on camera. I've not actually seen it in real life, but those that go will. Yeah. Oh, I don't have Facebook. Yeah, Instagram. I'll try and set some things up on Instagram. Vanessa's on Instagram. And I'll see who else is on Instagram, Chad, because we can do it through Instagram as well. I'll set a post up on Instagram.
Hey, Lisa, well, thank you. I hope you are well.
Hope you're well, Lisa, my love. Right, you ready for this next story? Claire's on Insta. Add her, Mystique Elemental Witch. She's one to talk to, Chad, if you're feeling down, my lovely. There's so many people that we've got helping us. Give support out for everybody. It's unbelievable. But that's what we have to do. So yeah, just add Claire, my lovely.
As far as unusual deaths for monarchs go, King Alfred Frederick of Sweden may literally take the cake. Alfred Frederick reigned over Sweden from 1751 to 1771 during the Age of Liberty, a prosperous age when the people of Sweden saw their civil rights increase and enjoyed an era of peace. But it doesn't matter how much peace and prosperity he brought. As a king who ate himself to death, how could he be known for anything else? It was February the 12th, 1771, Shrove Tuesday, which is also known as Fat Tuesday. It was the last day to indulge before Lent, when Frederick would be expected to fast and give up luxuries for 6 long weeks. He was hardly the only person to throw one last blowout feast before Lent, but as king, he could take indulgence to a whole new level. For his first course, Frederick started off with a meal of lobster, caviar, kippers, sauerkraut, boiled meats, and turnips. The king had a large appetite, so he wasn't quite satisfied after the hefty meal. He decided to indulge a little bit further with some champagne and then the traditional sweet buns called semlas. And if I pronounced that wrong, I do apologize to anybody that's Swedish and if I upset an old population. Then semlas also happened to be Frederick's favorite dessert. Instead of eating the normal amount of around 4, the king polished off 14 servings of the treats. He made them extra rich by eating them from a bowl with hot milk, cinnamon, and raisins. After the excessive feast, Frederick decided that he had finally had enough. He developed a severe digestive problem after his meal and died the same day. He is forever remembered in the history books as a king who ate himself to death.
Wow. Greedy man. The way you said blowout. Oh my God. There she blows.
Do you remember? I think it was Monty Python when they did that blow.
That's okay, Chad.
Monty Python when they did that bloke who were eating in that restaurant and he had that one wafer thin mint. Can you remember it, N? Never remember it? There's a wafer thin and he explodes.
What? Because he's at that mint?
Oh, yeah. I can't play it because we'll probably get a copyright strike.
No, you can't play it.
I'll see if I've took that off anyway.
Or you can't play it with volume.
No, because it's still mine.
Is it still the same?
I'm sure it was Monty Python.
It will. It's just going to take a couple of weeks for everything to go back. I know, but you know what? I feel like that after I've eaten. Don't really. I don't have a portion.
Mr. Creosote.
Is it just that short clip?
1:04.
You might have to all have a look at this. Quickly, get your volume down or pause it.
It would have anyway. Yeah, look up Mr. Creosote. Monty Python. With the meaning of life. I can't remember which one it were.
I don't know if it was meaning of life.
It was Mr. Creosote. It was funny.
No, I'm thinking Life of Brian. Could have been. I don't know whether it would meaning of life. But no. So has anybody else found or Googled any other strange things that they want to mention? Shall I do my whale joke again? No. That was class. Wasn't it Flying Circus? Could have been, Amy. I don't know.
I'm not having a riot in chat about what episode it were, and I'll find out.
Oh. Amy just had a good one. Amy, you have to pop it in chat again. I missed it coming up on screen. Can't stop yawning. Oh, I don't mean to yawn. I'm not even tired.
The meaning of life. There you go. Look, Mr. Creosote, Monty Python's The Meaning of Life.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there is more to the story. Oh, do tell, Amy. Ice fishing with dynamite. Really? I've watched that on telly, though.
You're not on lockdown yet, Lisa, or we are? We have been for
whereabouts are you, Lisa?
nearly 2 weeks now.
I can't remember if Lisa said that she's in America or whether that we're looking at somebody else in chat. Whereabouts are you, Lisa, my lovely? I got my popcorn out like watching a comedy. Hey, dear. Oh, my God.
I think Amy's gone to sleep.
She has gone to sleep.
Come on, Amy.
Oh, yes, there is more to the story.
Well, tell me what story it is and I can Google it.
I don't know if it's about that king, because that king was the last one you did, weren't it? So I think we've nearly come to the end of the strange deaths.
Hollywood, Alabama.
Hollywood, Alabama.
That's where Lisa is.
Oh, Hollywood, Alabama. Wow, my lovely.
I might have read it wrong.
Yeah, USA. I thought it was USA. Wow. I'm surprised at that, Lisa. I would have thought that at a minute we're putting everybody into lockdown just because there are bad. I know America, I know you lot are getting it a lot worse. Well, not a lot worse than us, but because you're a bigger.
Okay,
a bigger country.
Guys went ice fishing with friends and his dog. Drove his new truck out onto the ice, threw some dynamite to open a hole, and the dog went after it.
Wow. Diana's loving this. When we doing a quiz night, I might do a quiz night on Sunday. I might do Sunday night quiz night, and do a quiz night every Sunday. Or we could do a quiz night on a Thursday. Pick your night. Sundays or Thursdays for quiz night. Just watching the clip of Monty Python. Yeah, I thought USA was in lockdown as well. No, I think only certain parts. The real Hollywood. Is that where you are, Lisa? Hey, LA. I'm not sure whether I know some of America is has gone on lockdown, but I do know that certain places haven't. I mean, we talked to a gentleman, and I can't remember Utah. Is he from, Tom? I think Tom's in Utah, and there's mountains, and there's only a small population, and I don't think they've gone on any form of lockdown yet. But I don't think they're calling it lockdown in America. Well, Bill, what are you calling it in America? It's not lockdown, is it? I think there's only UK calling it lockdown. I might be wrong, though. Always even. That was brill, but yuck, made me feel sick. The guy freaked out and went after the dog under the new truck. Dog dropped the dynamite and ran away, and boom, guy went down with the truck. Oh, my God. We're in California. Ali, have you got any, are you on restrictive going out?
Lisa's in Scotland and she's calling it being grounded.
Yeah, being grounded. That's a good one, Lisa. All states have different lockdown rules. I'm in Dallas and we can't even go to the bank or even drive through a car wash, but I can drive 30 minutes north and most doors are open, one country away. Wow. Steam-powered rocket, man. Wow, my lovely. I mean, to be honest, that's a bit like us. We're not allowed to drivers' cars to go anywhere for a walk. And we're not allowed to, if we've got a dog, we're not supposed to be allowed to drive to countryside to take the dog a walk. But we can drive to local supermarkets and we can drive to doctors and things that we're, we need that are essential, really. Amy, come live with me. I think Claire Bear's in there first, Misty.
Yeah.
Diane loves quizzes. I haven't seen what night everybody's done, but there's a lot of people out. Really, Lisa, people still going out. See, I won't even
Vonnie,
dare.
you did a quiz of the week, last week.
Yeah, Vonnie, what were your quiz on?
Did yours go? Did yours go okay?
Steve, if you talk about Steve's from New Zealand. They're stunning down parks in Dallas. They're shutting down parks in Dallas due to too many gathering. Yeah. If people are still gathering, he's just going to keep spreading the contagion. Sorry, Claire. I'm Amy's first stop. Does anyone know if the corona garbage has gotten into Jamaica? I'm not sure, Sarah, but as far as I'm aware, it's hitting nearly every country now. I know some countries are coming on and saying they're not being hit by it, but believe me, they will be, because it's just absolutely everywhere. I know Russia turned around and said they got no cases, and they jumped up in one day from 400 to 800. And now Russia's taking it more seriously because Russia were like, it's not happening here, but it is actually happening in Russia. And like I said, there is other countries, but they're just not. At the minute, they're saying they haven't got it, but it's a load of rubbish. I don't think there's any country that's going to escape this. Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be so careful. I mean, we haven't mixed with anybody for nearly coming up to 2 weeks this weekend?
Yeah, well, Monday it'll be 2 weeks.
Well, Monday it'll be 2 weeks. Monday it'll be 2 weeks. Why Monday? We only went out with Claire on Saturday.
Yeah.
And Sunday we're lockdown.
No, Monday or Tuesday we're lockdown.
We're it?
Yeah, we didn't lock down till Monday or Tuesday.
Our government are pretty onto it, Lisa. They are acting in advance and watching the rest of the world, so should be safe here as long as they isolate. Yeah. Totally agree, Steve. Look at the UK death rate. Yeah. See, the thing is as well, I mean, we were on about it other day. I mean, when you're watching telly, you've got America's coming in with really high death rates. But when you look at America...
Britain fits into America 40 times.
Yeah.
So, percentage-wise...
You're on par.
No, we're above.
We're above.
Yeah, on par, we're above.
But because it's coming in on one country, it's just, the Queen's given a national notice on Sunday evening. What over here? Our Queen. I am, but then again, I don't watch telly. Seriously, I need to get a passport. Yeah, I know, Amy, we do. Get off and come on my live. We'll come on in about half an hour, Simon. We're just chit-chatting at a minute. UK. Oh, I haven't heard that one, Lisa. So she's actually coming on then on Sunday. Wow. This needs to be over with, but I
don't know. We've not heard anything about Prince Charles, but Boris
seems to be doing okay. He's still in isolation. It's on the news online. Wow. But not heard anything about Prince Charles. But to be honest, I'm not being funny, but royal family, they'll be getting best treatment. And I'm not saying hospital staff aren't giving best treatment at patients that they've got in there. They are. But just with their status, just with their status and everything else, they'll But I think it was Prince Charles that went near one of his other relatives, and they'd got it, and that's how Charles got it. But new moon on the 8th, it is. But what's this pink moon coming up?
That's it.
Is that on 8th? I thought it were on 4th. I thought super moon were on 4th, not 8th. So have we got 2 moons coming up?
No, you've just got supermoon, then new moon.
So supermoon will be on 4th and new moon will be on 8th. Call it a blood moon. Yeah, blood moon. There's a blood moon on 4th.
It's pink moon.
Well, it says pink.
Supermoon, this one.
It says a pink one, not blood moon, but yeah. Is the Queen okay? Do you know, to be honest, Sarah, no, I presume so. Nothing's I don't think anybody said anything about it. And if she's coming on to do a speech, then yeah, going back on my live, go back to your live. Hey, dear. I'll come on your live in a minute on my phone. Apparently, we have a geomatic storm coming, so we better.
Well, it's on 7th, not 4th. I thought it ran 4th. Must have been the last one that ran a 4th. It's on 7th.
Oh, is this one on 7th? No, we were all wrong.
Oh, is that? Oh, I don't know.
John doesn't know what he's looking at. The titles would give the full moon depends on the month. Ah, right. So, sorry, yes, 4th and 8th. So I think we've got 4th, 7th, and 8th. So there's something happening.
The next full moon is on the 8th of April, 2020.
And is that the blood root moon? So Rebecca were right for the 8th. Hey dear, this is so complicated.
Yeah, the pink supermoon were visible on the evening of Tuesday the 7th.
All right.
So it's 7th going into 8th.
Yeah.
And it become a full moon at 3:35 in the morning on the 8th.
People should hopefully start to recover, I hope, after the new moon. Do you know what, Rebecca? I think at minute, people start recovering a hell of a lot faster if people start listening and doing as they're told. I don't think a moon change, a moon phase at the minute would. It's going to bring changes in, but I think, me personally, unless people start changing, it's not going to get better. And to be honest, even after this even so, like, say in a month's time, they turn around and say, right, cases are dropping, blah, 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 blah. Some of us are still not going to be able. No, some of us are still not going to be able to go back to work. All right, Vons. Some of us aren't still going to be able to go back to work. We're still going to be. There'll be certain people going back to work, and I don't think life will ever. Me personally, I don't think things will be the same again. Just because of how I'm scared. I think it's got some people this time round. OCD is going to come in for a lot of people. More people's going to be suffering with anxiety by the time this is over. It's a fear factor coming in for a lot. I think there's going to be. Might be next year by the time everybody gets itself sorted.
Has anyone seen that there's going to be a comet visible in the sky for the whole of April? It is apparently going to be quite visible as it is larger than Venus.
Wow. I'll have a look for that. I think it will bring new change. I hope so, Rebecca. I do hope you're right.
Bonnie's having problems struggling with Facebook
to get back online. I know, it's shocking. Love my family. Hello. Avalon, I agree. I think this change
the way we live
forever. I do. I really do. But you know what? In a way, I think it needs to. Just because if people start looking at what's happening to Earth now, we've got clearer skies.
Pollution.
Oxygen levels are up, whatever they are, or whatever levels are
down.
Up.
Waters are getting clearer.
Animals are coming back out. I mean, I know in Wales that there were a load of goats, I think it was, or sheepy type things that come, and it's just like the village were bombarded with them because
bless you, Lisa.
I think because humans aren't about as much, the animals are now feeling comfortable to come out because there's no hustle and bustle. There's no noise at cars going up and down the road constantly. There's no thinking. So I think people do need to.
The Earth's not going to die. I'll tell you that now because the Earth's healing itself.
Yeah. So after everybody's done with everything, we might all die from it, but Earth.
No, we're not all going to die.
I don't mean from Corona. No. I'm on about in long run. When everybody has died and everything, the Earth will just keep regenerating.
So you
itself.
Keep people's spirits up, darling.
They know what I mean.
We're all gonna die.
They all knew what I meant. Do you know?
Type things.
The air in my city has been tested, and results show the air showed an 89% improvement in just 7 days. Exactly. So it is. That's the link about the comment. Right, put that up. about the comment. But yes, Steve, do you know what I mean? And things like that. Yeah, goats in Wales. That's what I mean in Scots. Yeah, nature taking back over.
Yeah.
It may be Earth's way of taking back what the humans have destroyed. It could be, Vonnie. You know, there could be loads of reasons on why. Wrong one. There could be loads of reasons on why this is all happening. There is a YouTube channel called Crow House, and somebody said that we are due a geomagnetic storm, and that wipe out our Earth and all the power lines and stuff. I don't think it'll wipe out Earth. Power lines possibly, but I can't see it wiping Earth out. But that's just on about that meteor, whatever it is coming. But who knows what's going to happen? Maybe it'll help fix global warming. Hope so, Amy, and I hope people take heed of what's happening as well. In the way God will have us to do. But I'm
going to be 100 and die in my bed.
Yeah, I think
it's the way God will have us to do.
Yeah, I respect what you're saying there, my lovely lady. Government has warned about us losing power. Yeah,
there's already been a few power cuts in UK.
Yeah, it's because people are falling ill on national. What it is National Grid Service. Obviously, their workers are still working, and a lot of them are falling ill. So there's not enough workers to replace those working on national grids, and that's why we're having and probably longer power outages because there's not enough workers to cover where they're needed. And that's why we're having...
Take care, Ellie.
Take care, my lovely. But that's why we're having that's why we're having these problems now, because everywhere's just short-staffed. I better buy a generator and a foil. It's Mother Nature's way of replenishing her planet. I mean, I just worry that if there is a power out, people that have got like insulin, like Jordan, she needs her fridge for insulin. So if their fridge breaks down, we're going to have to take them our generator up, and they're going to have to use our generator to try and power a little mini fridge or something, because she can't not. Oh, can they? Because she can't go without her insulin being in fridge.
Yeah, we're all ready for apocalypse. We've got a generator.
Yeah. We've got a sword.
We've got a sword for zombies.
It's not going to be end at will of my family, honestly. And my family members who have passed over visit me last night in a dream. Do you know why I think a lot maybe having visitations coming from loved ones? I think it's because they're just letting you know that they're there with you and there's nothing to fear. You the fear levels are high, and I think they just like coming just to show that they're around you.
Bill, stop being a party pooper.
Generators will be fine till you can't get.
I've seen Walking Dead. I know it all works. I've got my pipe.
Yeah, can you use a fridge in a car? Can you use a car fridge? Yeah, you could actually use a car fridge. I think we've got a couple of them and all, you know. But yeah, Vanessa, it's just making sure.
Everything will be fine.
Is, for those that'll need it, the government will provide. They've provided it before. You know, like when you've got no electric, they'll provide generators anyway for those that need the generators. So don't be worrying yourself, Vanessa, my lovely. Evening, John, my lovely. Welcome back, Scots. Hi, Catherine. My mum's passing through me for a loop. What do you mean, Catherine? Your mum's passing through you for a loop? Like coming through to like give you energies, or at least I'm not scared. Worried about how life's going to be after the fight. You know, when I hope it's going to be better. I really do hope it's going to be better. I've not been on here because bless my lovely. Sending you big hugs, Catherine.
Sorry to hear that.
And if you do need anything, you know where we all are, my lovely, if you need to talk. I think it's scary, Vanessa, because I think there's people out there that do scaremonger.
Not saying it's not serious, because it is. But if everybody does what we're just told to do and advised to do, then we'll all get through this as quickly as we can.
Yeah. Not scared at all. I know what's happening and what's coming. It was lovely, but then my boy had scratching on his bed and had someone scream my name. He was so scared, poor thing. Oh, bless. They might, like I said, a lot of energies might be just coming round people because they need to at this minute. It will be better because while we are all in lockdown, we are realising how much of what we do and buy is actually not needed to live full and healthy lives. Very true. Very true. Also, I think it's bringing them, I think it's going to bring families back together. I think don't get me wrong, there's going to be issues in certain families, I suppose. And I know they've been saying about those suffering in silence again, and that's why we've done that safe zone, because a lot of people are going to be suffering in silence from being, whether it's a man being abused by a woman, whether it's a woman being abused by a man, and I hate to say it, but kids as well. And we just want everybody to know that there's a safe zone. You can message us and talk direct if you need to. You can ring us on Messenger if it's really don't nobody think that they've got to suffer on their own because you haven't. Just because people aren't out and about and you can't talk to certain people that you probably thought you could talk to before. Just don't all think that you're on your own. Just make sure that you, even on your own Facebook post, because there might be people you even know that might feel trapped or whatever at minute, and just put a post on and just say that you're there if anybody needs you.
I don't think so. Love my family.
What?
It's not a cover up for that asteroid.
No, I don't think they'd keep us all locked in for an asteroid, my lovely. I think they'd just let us get on with daily life. Hiya, Debs, my lovely.
The dope heads don't want to listen and be told what to do. No, they don't.
No, they don't. But that's the thing. Those that are still ignoring what we've been told, unfortunately for them, you don't want this to happen to anybody. But
You're
those
welcome,
that
Nigel.
are just
Always here for you,
that are going out,
for all of you.
You're welcome, Nigel. For those that are just like going out and ignoring it, they're the ones that are putting themselves and others at higher risk. I was only saying about all these people who are suffering enough already and now having to be in close space, which could make the situations worse.
Yeah.
It could be. That's why I said, Vonage, if we all just put a post out there on his own pages, on your own Facebook page, just put a little.
Bless you, Bill. And that never even occurred to me, Bill.
Just put a little comment on, just to let people know that you're there if they do need to talk to you, and that whatever they do say is in confidence, because people are going to open up to you more, and they really do need that trust level to come, that you're not going to take it anywhere else. Keeping me from getting the estate settled, the lawyer can't probate the will and do his job because courthouses are closed. Oh, bless you.
You never think about things like that, do you?
You don't. Again, there's so many people being affected in so many different ways. It's just everybody needs to be there for everybody, and everybody needs to have that trust that if somebody does come to you to tell you something, that you do right by that person. And if it is something that you feel you do need to get in touch with somebody else, please, social workers, whatever, you have to do it. And also, don't turn a blind eye to what's happening around you where you live also. Because
if I did that wouldn't be a pretty sight.
You all know rumours about people on your own estates and maybe what happens in there. I don't know what you'd know, but you hear stories yourselves, and especially if like you're out and about and you know a lot of people in the community, and you know that Betty Dart Road had a black eye the other week. They're the people that you need to be getting in contact with and making sure that they're all right. Because it's just everybody needs everybody at minute. I just feel like my life has come to a pause at the moment because of this virus. There's also my nan's funeral yesterday, and there was only 12 close families allowed there.
Yeah.
Do you know Chad Simon? I don't know if you know Simon Jess Paranormal. He buried his wife last Friday. And I think they might have had 12 or 5 or 12. I'm not sure. I think
12 there.
And you know what? It's so hard. But do you know what you've got to remember though, Chad, is, you know, your nanan wouldn't want you feeling that bad about not able to be there at the funeral, because you don't need to be there to think about your nanan on that day. You know, you've just got to remember your nanan with happy memories. And as hard as it is, and believe me, I do know devastation of losing a grandparent, as difficult as it is, just pull on them memories, them good memories, silly little things that she'd said to you that you'd ignore and just go out and do anyway, and just do that back. But talk to somebody, Chad. Like I said, you've got Claire, there's Rebecca, there's us, there's whoever you're going to click with.
Hey, Paul.
Make sure you get in touch with him, and talk to him. Don't go through this on your own, because you're not. A family friend just lost her mother. They had to cancel the memorial service. Yep. Who's just coming away? And hey, Paul, my lovely, I hope you're well. At least you had people there to steer off, Chad. We have gone to a cremation only here, and then one person can collect ashes, and you are advised to have a gathering
for them when
all this has passed. Really, Steve? Wow. You're welcome, Chad. It's hard. I can't even see or get a cuddle from mum, dad, or sister. I know, my lovely. My Fred has lost his 2 days ago. We are waiting to see if we can go to the funeral. Oh, Vonnie. But yeah, do you know?
Take care, Lisa.
Take care, Lisa, my lovely. But you know, Vanessa, about everybody feels that, because we all can't get that. I can't get nobody can get it off some of the kids. Your mums and dads will be feeling the same about you, because even though you're an adult and you've got your own kids, in your mum and dad's eyes, you're still their baby. So evening, John. So you've got to remember that if you can, get on FaceTime with them, or video call them. Do whatever you can to see him. I mean, one thing I did say is I could actually, we all could do it. We all could get in cars and we could all drive to a loved one's house. We haven't got to go in, but I know that if I knocked on a window and I saw my mom, daughters, or grandkids, I would be in a worse state then than I would be by not actually going. So just try and do what you can, and just keep in touch with everybody. That's best way. They've closed a crematorium and put lots of freezers in the car park. So sad. Yep. But it is the world. The world's changing exactly. But I sat outside this morning to have my coffee, and all I heard was birds. It was so peaceful. Do you know, Steve? That's what I'm going to change subject a little bit, lighten the mood. But do you know, Steve? That's what I've noticed in the morning. I've come downstairs at like 5 o'clock, and birds tweeting in back garden. We're getting all sorts of different birds coming in. And it's amazing to hear all wildlife that's coming back around us, and we can actually hear it. Susan, my granddad's uncle. I know this, I've been told a million hours on some. Do you know, Rebecca, your uncle will be around you every time you need him. And just by talking out loud to loved ones that have crossed over, they can hear you, and they can show you signs that they're still around. Everybody is being so much kinder as well. I think people have got to. Well, it's not that they've got to, because I still think some people can be horrible and self-centered and cruel. I still think that there is people out there like that, but the majority of the people have got big hearts. I think so. I think with the normal rush in the world, and everybody's always busy. You know, nobody's ever sat still. So everybody's always busy. So people forget about people. Not that they intentionally mean to do it, but your lives are so busy. Now your lives aren't. You're getting in touch with friends that you might not have seen for a while just because life got busy. Even if it's just a message or a chat, I think it's, you know, it's all still good. It's great. I sat outside the other night and all I could hear was the crickets. We live next to a motorway, so no traffic. It's very nice. Wow, Steve, I'd love to eat crickets. I think we have crickets over here, don't we? But yeah, Craig,
Peter's got loads of them.
Yeah, Peter has got loads of them because his animals eat them. Called my dad every day to go on Saturday to his shopping. I call him first and he puts his list card and bags in the porch. Then yeah, Craig. I mean, that's what my mum's doing for me, Nan, at minute. People are saying the cause is 5G. Do you know, John, I don't even think it's got anything to do with 5G. Yeah, they're putting them up, but some towers have already been switched on and nothing's gone boom and nothing's happened. You know, I think again, scaremonger, people are just scaremongering. They're scared themselves and they don't want to just think that it's a man-made virus disease that's going around, so they're looking for other things to do. I'm not saying that 5G might not be a part, but at the minute I don't think anybody knows what's happening. I saw 4 people today. They all said hello. Yeah, everybody's talking. Hi, Ali. Everybody says hello when you see them. But if you think about it, some of these that even go to shops, you're the first person they've seen in probably days or a week if they haven't been shopping out. I've followed. Oh, no worries, Chad. Thank you, my lovely. This 5G things, I know. This 5G things makes no sense. No, I don't think it does, Amy. Again, I just think it's just an easy thing for people to blame when they don't understand, or they can't understand what's going on. I'm back. My son using his iPad tonight and not my phone. Oh, bless. That's good. Keep him on his iPad. Keep it charged. Conspiracy theories, but you know, I love a good conspiracy theory. I absolutely do love them.
I'm glad you didn't say I love a good conspiracy theorist.
But yeah, no, I'm not going to set the 5Gs aren't going to be dangerous, but the radiation coming off from them, picture that circulated around Facebook of them dead birds all up floor around a pylon. That's been about years. That come when we had fish falling from sky and locusts killing all crops in certain places. 4G's been here for ages, exactly, Rebecca. So the difference from a 4G to a 5G isn't going to be that drastic. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what you're looking for.
Vanessa's message.
What's Vanessa put?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out. How far up, Vanessa?
We needed this.
No, because look, she's put there. Lindsay, can you read my message? Scroll up. And it was Vanessa, weren't it? Yeah.
Yeah. She's put Chad, yeah. Amy, what is this about? I only saw 4 people.
That's Rebecca, not.
Oh, that were Rebecca. I can't see it, my lovely.
We needed this.
And Lisa, bye. I can't see it, my sweet cheeks.
About the Amazon forest. Can't see it.
Can't see it. You have to re-put it, Rebecca.
I'll have a look on Lindsay's phone.
No, Rebecca, Vanessa. Where's my cuppa? I know Chad is right, rude, innit? Love. Do you know conspiracy theories are brilliant? It will be better after we are also giving the Earth and Mother time to heal, and lockdown is making people think twice about their lives and how to change it. Exactly, my lovely. I didn't see anything about the Amazon. Love my family. Does Robert as well ring a bell? It's in caps. You'll see it. We went back up so far, but we didn't see it. Adult, not audit. John's just going through and seeing if he can see it on messages there. Can you see my message on YouTube, John? No, Bill.
I haven't seen one. I'll have a look.
Are you having trouble again with YouTube? I can't understand why Wild Bill's having. Is anybody else? Do you know Wild Bill? Who come on Facebook? I forgot who it is, but they could only watch on YouTube and they couldn't comment. And they can only comment when we go on Facebook. And I can't remember who it was, but they've had trouble for ages. I think it must be to do with YouTube, because obviously everything's not working probably.
Can't see it, Vanessa.
Love Ansel, love my family. It's not there, Vanessa. It was about the Amazon rainforest. There's nothing come up.
I'm on top chat, so that might make a difference. But I scrolled up as far as I could and I couldn't see it.
Do it again on big machine and not on iPad. Wow. They had to take my smart meter out because I slept. I'm putting that up because it's going up too fast. They had to take my smart meter out because I slept through the wall from it and my head was thumping through the night when I slept in the living room. I was fine. Really? We've got a smart meter, haven't we? I think we've got a smart meter, Paul. But that is interesting. That is weird. Steve's put, we have family down the road from us that all play instruments. They've been giving live concerts from their front deck. They call themselves the Quarantina Band. Oh my, Steve, you're gonna have to try and record it and share it with us. The last I seen in caps from Vanessa was about her sister and family.
Be right back a little while ago. Oh, okay.
Where did you leave the Be Right Back from though? Were it on Facebook or YouTube, Bill? Because it's YouTube is having problem. Comments aren't coming up, but on Facebook they're coming up. We need a lockdown to help Mother Nature and our Earth proper time to heal. We do. He dressed in 1920s wartime clothing. Oh, I think Love My Family, you're talking to somebody, aren't you? Saw it here. Yeah, you will do because we're on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So we've got people watching.
Bill won't have saw it. Bill's on YouTube.
So can't you YouTubers see
YouTube
Facebook
can't see
chat?
Facebook chat and Facebook can't see YouTube chat.
Oh, I thought they'd be able to see each other's chats.
No.
Be right back, Wild Bill. Got you on Facebook. Have you a visitor, Love My Family?
Yeah,
I've seen Wild Bill on Scotty saw you on YouTube earlier.
Bill Oster.
Oh, I've seen Wild Bill on YouTube from Scotty, and then Bill said he saw it here as well. Hey, Christina, my lovely lady, thank you for popping across.
Costello.
Christina, I don't know if you want to share any of your links in chat, my lovely lady, but you're more than welcome to share links and join in chit chat and whatever. Obviously, you can guess the topic will be a bit of what's happening in that beautiful big world.
Come on, Vanessa.
Vanessa, honestly, don't. It's not showing. It's not coming up in comments. It might not come up if it's a too big a thing. It will look like it's posted, but it won't post because you only get so many words. The Quarantina Band have set up a Facebook page. Oh, Steve, yeah, you've got to save that. Just remember, guys, when Steve shares links, these are people in New Zealand. I can't believe I forgot that. These are people in New Zealand that Steve has. So, but yeah, we'll all get Quarantina Band a thumbs up to and have a listen to them. Anything to cheer us all up. 200 characters. Mike Shepscott's.
Has anybody seen a post come up by Vanessa about the Amazon rainforest? Because we haven't got it on either of our devices.
We're not seeing it. And by the way, everybody new that's joining, you need to go back to the first 10 minutes at live because I did a joke on John.
I wanted to know, of all the palm olive trees and orangutans will live and the trees are growing now, I'm a softie for animals. This is the third time I wrote it, lol.
Right, well, we've got that one.
If all the palm oil trees and orangutans will live and the trees are growing...
You'd have to check on rainforest. I think that'll be rainforest, won't it? So you'd have to check rainforest updates.
As far as I'm aware, it's only humans that are affected by this.
Animals can't be affected by it.
So I wouldn't have thought orangutans would be affected.
So you've got all these weirdos that are...
No, Christina, no.
No, they're not going to be all right, Christina?
Or no.
Or no to another question.
You don't want to share links.
Or it might be to share a links. I don't know.
Which might just not want to join in chat.
Oh, bless. Sorry, I've just got so many people coming in. No worries. But yeah, I think with rainforest, I think a lot of it, everything's going to be healing wherever. The problem you have with them trees were people were cutting them down, I think, or whatever they were with tree. I don't know. I can't remember.
Nigel, I agree. It probably will take years to recover from this crisis, but I think that's more on a financial.
No, I didn't see her link.
Oh no, you didn't see. Yeah, you didn't see.
No worries. But Christina, if you've got links to share, my lovely, get them shared, sweetie, because it's just one of them ways where everybody can help everybody. Is this the man who was in your house? Oh, I love my family talking to.
Yeah, Nigel, I think it's more of a financial. It's going to take years to recover from, rather than anything else.
Yeah. So everybody that's off now, start making your own business and working from home, because you'll probably end up being better off, because the financially wise. But again, just think of all good things though you can make at home. You know, if like I said, if you're into woodwork, order some wood online and start carving things and making dresses or units or
wood
table stands.
How would you make a dress out of wood?
I don't know. I had wooden dress. Dear. House, not hose. No hose in here, love my family. No hose in here. I can't crochet any
Welcome
faster.
back, Wild Bill.
Welcome back, Bill. At least you're on Facebook. At least we've got you on Facebook. Hey mate, you're gonna have to like really crochet. But again, Amy, look at something that you can crochet that could help people in this time. I'm not sure if you've got any wooden shoes, Scotty. Yes, somebody could bring clogs back into fashion.
Not helping. You're not helping, Lindsay.
Aren't I helping, Bill? Aren't I helping? Yeah, but we can see you.
I'd be selling eggs. You've got chickens, Christine.
See, exactly. Selling eggs, going round neighbours.
It was the Dutch used to
put a big sign on your window so people walking past can see that you've got eggs, and then all you'll have to do is just tell them to text you a message on how many eggs they want, ask them to put money through letterbox and tell them where their eggs are after, but get the money first because you don't want them pinching your eggs. But just silly little things like that. It's going to keep you busy, and it's going to...
What's the most thing at the moment you've missed the most?
Most thing at the moment I've missed the most.
Investigating for me.
Well, it's going to be investigating, but it's also spending time with kids and grandkids for me and my mum.
It's investigating for me.
Cheers. You can't send me though, can I?
I'm with you 24/7 anyway.
Yeah. Hiya, Wheelie Bear, my lovely. How are you this evening? Hope you're well. Paul's come over. Paul's come over. Yes, get you now. Yeah. Do you know, I'm losing plot.
Karaoke and investigating.
Yeah, but you could still karaoke, and you've gone on them singing online things. There's them.
Christina's missing the gym.
The gym. Can't you do a gym in house? Can't you like make your own gym? You know, like get a tin of beans in each hand and so like start doing that with beans.
It's not a good thing to try, but have you seen them on Facebook that they're putting like washing up liquid oil on floor in kitchen and
then sliding,
and then they're standing like with their hands on worktop and they're using it like a treadmill.
Hey, good idea.
No, it's not. They all broke the legs and things.
Oh no, don't do that. We don't want we're not having no claims. I've not told anybody to do that with oil on the floor. But look at things you could do. The equipment there is awesome. At gym, yes. But you'll have to just like use your imagination and create your own gym in house. I want you to tell us what different stuff you can
suitcases
use.
or bags on a broom for weights.
Exactly, fill it with books. Yeah, they're good weights. People can do that. Sing constantly, but I miss my friends. But there's people that got together online and they're doing that karaoke sing song online.
Yeah, there's a singing. There's certain Facebook groups is set up now, and you go on and sing.
Yeah, you just go on and you sing. You're all
I think it's called
camera.
Sing at 6 or something like that.
KFC for John. He's not a KFC fan. Mackie D's. I do some own workouts. I know you will do, my lovely. Anything to keep fit.
I don't mind occasional McDonald's, but I'm not a big fan
I'm not paying price for KFC.
No, we went
in and it was that 19 quid for 2 meals. I was like, what? And the only tiny meals. I'm a part of several groups. Well, that's it, Amy. At least you can get your singing voice out there. Feeling very sleepy now. Going to have a cig, then go to sleep. Have fun. Love you guys. You are my little family. Night, everyone. Can't wait.
Take care, Vanessa. We'll let you know what time I'm having my head shaved tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll do it. I'll shave his head online. I just managed to get 6 eggs since the mad shopping lark, so I can bake. Oh, bless.
I'm surprised they didn't limit you to 2.
I know. They've been a bit, everything's limited to 2.
I went in Co-op the other day. Well, in Tesco, it's limited to 4, most things.
Yeah.
But I went in Co-op and I picked up 3 cottage cheeses. The shelf was full of cottage cheese, but I know Lindsay likes them.
We do a homemade quiche.
We do an homemade quiche, and that takes
cottage cheese.
2 cottage cheeses and a quark. So we got quark, we got eggs. So I got 2 cottage cheese, but Lindsay also likes to snack on them, what they call?
Rivitas.
Dark rye Rivitas.
They wouldn't dare.
With cottage cheese. So I took 3 to counter, and they took one off me and said, you're only allowed 2.
And here 2. There's Wild Bill gone. I've just seen him put a post on here too, and then on Facebook, and it's just disappeared. Or it might be under new comments. And here too, YouTube, you bite. YouTube sucks.
YouTube sucks.
Me and my wife are like chalk and cheese. Being with her 24 hours a day is killing me. John can't say a thing because
I feel your pain, John.
I'll beat him when we've
offline. I feel your pain.
Yay, we can see you,
Bill.
What you done, Bill?
You've updated something, haven't you?
You've done something because you're here. You're on YouTube and Facebook. So YouTube doesn't suck balls.
You can't post eggs through the flipping letterbox, Lindsay.
I didn't say post through letterbox. You didn't even. I said hide the eggs somewhere.
You could if they Cadbury's cream eggs
through the letterbox and then tell them where their eggs are.
You could post Cadbury's cream eggs.
And here too. Yes, you're on both.
Look at that, Pete, keeping his numbers up.
I know. Chalk and cheese work in this house. Me and John are chalk and cheese, really. Eats gob.
Really?
John's mouthy one.
Really? I don't think one person in this chat room will believe that.
You've got to back me up. John's the mouth. Multi-machine, multitasking there, Wild Bill, multitasking.
Not one person believes you.
They do believe me. They know that you're gobby one.
All right. Even dog's laughing at you.
Dear. Dog's just looking at me gone out.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to move my legs.
You are,
Lindsay. I'm uncomfortable. You are, Lindsay. You are.
Steve's just laughing.
Steve's just spat his tea all over the place. But, yeah. Did tarot readings this afternoon. Claire's just gone. But thank you for all those that had Claire and myself doing tarots. Hopefully, I'm going to be bringing somebody else on next week to do their tarot readings because, as I said, every tarot reader reads different. How can John be the mouth when he can't get a word in edgeways? He just don't talk. He's quiet.
Oh, God, then, am I?
2 machines going at the same time. YouTube on the pod. Yes, dear. See, Andy's agreeing. Yes, dear.
Yeah, but it's one of the SDs where you just agree because like it's the thing you do.
Oh dear. So yes, so tomorrow we're shaving your head.
Yes, tomorrow I'm having my head shaved for charity. No, I'm not really.
He's not doing it for charity.
No,
he's just going to shave his head off.
Shave
I've
my head
got 4
off?
dogs
My head?
grabbing me. Oh, what dogs you got, Christina?
Why are you shaving my head off? Yeah, not my head.
I'm going to shave his head off tomorrow.
Live
hi,
on
Karen, my
YouTube.
lovely. Have I said that right? Carrot, is it? Because yeah, Karen, yes. We're doing well, my lovely. How are you? And thank you for joining our ETA family chit chat tonight. Just smile and nod. What annoys John? Ooh, John, go on. And Nigel's asked a question. Oh, are we having question time on me and John?
What annoys me with Lindsay? How she gets engrossed in things and ignores me. That's the only thing that annoys me about Lindsay. Only thing she does that annoys me.
I put a post up the other day on me wall, and it showed you this old man, and he'd got his phone like this, and his wife come running up behind him with some sellotape and sellotaped his phone like that, and then ran off laughing. But he done sellotape round his head about 4 times. I thought that was funny because all I did when I saw that, I thought that's what John wants to do to me.
Mow his head and shave the lawn. Not shaving my lawn.
Oh dear. He won't trust me with shavers. Bloody hell. No. We'd have a castration going on in house.
Nowhere near my lawn.
No, we can't see each other. Chats. Only what we. Oh, but not both. Oh, now can't see each other's chats. Only whatever we are on, but not in both. I'll get you, Karen. Yes. On about when I said about Facebook comments and YouTube comments.
That was 20 minutes ago.
I can see Wild Bill on here, and I'm on YouTube only, and I can see chats here and not Facebook. Yes, that's good. So yeah. So unless you're wanting to witness the castration tomorrow,
I'm not filming that.
I suggest I'll just do it.
It's not happening. Got dogs awake now.
Not talking about castrating you, baby girl. You've been done.
Won't be castration for her anyway.
All Lindsay's taken up being a what? A mole. What, being a mole in these hard times. A mole. What's one of them? Is that a mole or a mule? Mole. See you tomorrow for castration. Blue wash up. Blue waffles and flashy balls gone. Dear, did everybody look at what blue waffle were?
No. Not really. How's it spelled anyway? M-O-I-L or M-O-L?
I think it's M-O-I-L. Coco, my chocolate lab, Princess, Klaus, and Vader. Oh, cheese.
Work hard. You are joking.
Wow.
Work hard.
I'm gonna have to look at some photos. I love doggies. Ours is here, but she's a pain in the backside. Come on. Yeah.
Come on.
Not from my side.
Come on.
John will be.
Come on, darling. Come on. No, don't jump that way. Come on, then.
Come and say hello.
Come, say hello to everybody. Oh.
That's ours. A pug cross Jack Russell. So she's got the Jack Russell features of the nose.
Stop. With your head. Leave poor dog alone. I know, baby.
Pronounce Mole. M-O-Y-L. The rabbi that does the circus. I got tricked into looking up that once. Oh, we had some good ones on here though, Christina, other night. Ones that were coming on were just wrong. They were wrong.
Did you dye my hair blue? I ain't gonna blue dye.
They won't let me dye his hair. I wanted to put him one of them.
Just for men.
Just for men on. And he said no. I'm leaking red stuff, Welton says, with a cut-throat razor. Stop licking. Or you're going down. Do you know? I'm not shaving you, so don't worry. Oh, animals.
Blue food colour. Any blue food colouring?
Oh, don't. I think we put absolutely everybody off. waffles. Some were even eating when they looked at waffles. And then waffles. I said it looks like blue cheese. I'll never eat blue cheese again. Raven black hair, you'll just look like Liam Gallagher.
What are you laughing at?
Liam Gallagher. Oh dear. I may colour my hair purple.
Something about no John. No John.
Should have some blue in mind for Autism Awareness Day yesterday. Yes. Well, you can do that anytime, Terry. Do you know? Just put it on that you're doing it to wear awareness, my love. Scotty, I can only see chat in YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I'm on white on YouTube. Yeah, Karen, you'll only be able to see chat in YouTube unless you go onto Facebook, and then you can only see one or other. I know, Karen, but the conversations about the chats were like 20 minutes ago. I see. Karen's been sleeping and then she's woke up and then realised where we were in conversation. But yeah, so tomorrow night, what we're doing tomorrow night? Yeah, true. I think I'll go blue, not balls though. Oh dear. Dip dye. Not wrong with a bit of dip dye in Love My Family. I ended up look like Ronald McDonald. Only thing I will.
Yeah, close
to McDonald's. Do you know, I once had my hair permed and it was like a really orangey colour. And I didn't have it permed. Do you know when you have it put like in rollers? Because I wanted, you know, the ringlet look. And my sister put me in. Well, ringlets must have been about that far off my head by the time she'd finished. And once it had all come out, I just looked like Ragdoll Jemima. So I've never, ever had curls put in my hair again like that. It can't be. Karen, where are you on chat? You've frozen your chat, I bet. Do you know? So tomorrow, what have we got coming up tomorrow night, John?
I think we'll do Spirit Box, aren't we, tomorrow?
We're going to do Spirit Box. Then you get a.
Because Rebecca came and asking if we're doing Spirit Box. So
then you get a break from my gob for a few hours because John will be doing Spirit Box alone because I just talk top at Spirit Box.
But the Spirit Box will probably just be on YouTube.
Yeah, unfortunately, that bit's going to be on YouTube, and then afterwards, if we
come back in the house and we might
do something on
both or on Facebook.
You might have to. Do you know? You might have to do a bit on both. Start off on Facebook about 7, and then go across to YouTube for like 9, and then 8. Sorry, 7 while 8, and then 8 while 9 on YouTube, and then we go on and do both. And stream on both for an hour.
Trying to get rid of me,
could dye it orange and get some pigtails for John. Shall do his hair. My mum had a bad perm. She looked like that footballer Steve Gates. I don't know who Steve Gates is. I don't know any player. If you'd have said, Mel Sterland.
Gob.
I'm not a gob. Gob shite, but not gob. No, I'm not delaying. Hey, Karen, you do make me giggle, my lady. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be doing Spirit Box.
Don't cut your hair before you go on Spirit Box. Don't cut your hair before you go on Spirit Box. See what responses you get. What, to having his hair cut? He can't put up with this much longer. I'm gonna have to do it first thing in the morning. Well, maybe dinner time. Okay. Do you want to do it on here or not? Oh yeah, I'll do it at dinner time, and we'll do it on. We'll do it live on here. I'll shave his head, so off. Shave my head off. But for those that joined and you didn't see my joke. It weren't that good. Just go back to first. It was brilliant, that joke. Don't you knock it. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Don't knock it till you've tried it. And then let's see how many people will do it to somebody in their household. So yes, so tomorrow we're going to go live and do that. I don't know if I'm coming on in daytime tomorrow. I don't know whether in daytime. I might just set recorder up in the shed. Tomorrow we are Google that name you just said.
The waffle. The waffle, Rebecca. Google that tonight and tell me.
The name you just said.
I get it, John. It gets in your eyes and all. Yes, it does. And Danny's back. He'll need a shower after he's had his haircut. Are you having the telly? Savalas look, John.
Not ball. It's about number 2 all over.
We'll see if it's me cutting it. It depends on how short I do it.
Do I get her to cut it, or do I get her to give me them?
Just want extensions.
Cornrows. You put cornrows in it.
Oh, no, I'll rewatch the start. Oh, Christina, I thought it was so funny.
Whatever you do, don't miss the Tom Gully show watching that. Tom Gully show far better than watching Lindsay's joke. Trust me.
I was just going to say, yes, so later on, 11:30 UK time, Mr. Tom Gully, live on Facebook. Just look up and Google the Tom Gully show.
If you do go on, just say John and Lindsay sent me.
Just go on, and it's an amazing show. It's an American radio talk show. So sometimes I ain't got a clue what they're talking about or the people they're talking about, but it is a fantastic show. Pre-shows 11:30 while 12 o'clock. And then at 12 o'clock, I can't even play his ringtone in case I get told that I'm copywriting. And then at 12 o'clock, music, my ringtone comes on, and then the Tom Gully show does start. But I know it's a late night, but if you are still up and awake in the UK, it is. And I know America, you've got different time zones.
Don't say Mike Lance sent you, know. Don't say. Well, yeah, you can actually. Don't say Mike Lance sent you. But just ask Tom how Mike's doing.
Hey, how's Mike Lance doing? Oh, my God. I'd not miss. No, we won't miss Tom Gully, would we, Christina, my lovely? What is a blue waffle? I'm not even going there.
Bill knows what a blue waffle is.
Sugar Me Timbers were a nice plug for Tom. Do you know what? Tom's such a lovely guy.
No plugs us like, but you know.
But he really is.
Karma and all that.
He is but you know what I love? I love it when the Muppets come on. And I know he calls them trolls. I call them Muppets, but I love it when Muppets come on show and think that they can get one up, even if they start being snarky in chat.
Because you got me,
they get
Wild
jumped
Bill,
on.
You've got Brian O'Brien.
Even if they start, even because you can ring you up.
Sven Dunkel.
You can actually phone in through Skype. I
am going to phone him one night.
John's going to phone him one night. I don't know what he's going to say, mine, but he's just going to phone in.
Tom, we love you, Tom.
He's not. He's going to phone in and just go steam-powered rocket man, I think, and then that'll be it, and he'll go. Or deathly stories. But yes, well, like I said, it is a complete different.
I love to have blue waffles for breakfast, Bill.
You dirty. Oh, I'm going to call you the B word then. You dirty bugger. But yes, yeah. But if you can pop across, it is a good night. Like I said,
yeah, we'll be
he does use Skype, yes. But yeah, we'll be in there at 11:30. Or when it starts. Amy's about to be sick, Bill, because of what you've just said. Oh, dear.
So, yeah, everybody, have a great night.
Yes, have a fantastic night. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And thank you again for all those that allowed us to, me and Claire, to read your cards. I am going to be bringing on another tarot reader next week, hopefully, on somebody that's not been on before. Yes. We have a good laugh. He's a good bloke. He's Tom Gully. He is Diana. He is my lovely.
He loves Diana.
I toyed with calling in a time or two. Oh, Christina, you've got to phone in.
Lindsay keeps telling me to phone in.
I keep telling him to phone in.
Talk about
it's like, what am I going to say?
It's the great Tom Gully. How can I talk to the great Tom Gully?
Oh dear. But yes, so night to everybody in the UK. Sweet dreams if you're off to bed. If not, be on the Tom Gully show. And to all those across the waters, wherever you are, everybody keep safe.
Stay safe. Keep
well. And we're sending you loads of love and hugs and kisses and One of them, what do you call them when you have a virtual hug? There you go. There's your virtual hug for everybody. And take care, and we shall see you tomorrow night.
Yeah. Good night.
Sweet dreams. Have a good day. Afternoon. Good night. Now John's got to end broadcast.